Isn't it interesting how differently we can be perceived by people? I know when I was younger, I would adapt myself more to my surroundings, and I would look to how I thought other people wanted me to behave, and that was miserable and lonely, and I do things a different way now. Excuse me. I think it's natural. I think we all go through that. Look into the outside world to see how we're going to fit in, how we're going to be accepted. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. For me, in my journey, I felt very isolated, very alone, and just unseen. Unbeknownst to me, it's because I wasn't really seeing myself. This is where I come at life now. Anytime I have a feeling come up like that, or I notice something in the outside world, I turn it around. Maybe that's a deeper topic for another video, but for now, perception. Perception of other. So I have a lot of friends. My friends are beautiful, they're wonderful. I've got an amazing partner who is beautiful and wonderful, and I get a lot of really lovely reflections about my being and who I am in the world to them, and who I create myself to be. And it's really connective and it's really lovely, and this is my tribe, right? These are my people. And not everyone is going to like me, and that's okay, because now I navigate the world in such a way where I know who I am. I know how to be true to me. I know who I want to be, and I do my best to be that. Don't always get it right. That's okay. Not meant to. I had a conflict come up yesterday, and it was quite full of energy for a little bit of time with the kid's dad, and there was some words flung around and some feelings flung around. And what I've learned, I've done a video on this, it's like there's nothing to fix. And when we're trying to fix something, when we're trying to be heard, when we're trying to be understood, and we want to get that energy from the other person, I'm right, here's why, listen to me because you're not hearing me. I haven't found that to be useful or beneficial to either party. So for me, stepping back and stepping away and reminding myself of who I am. So when I'm told that I'm a hypocrite or I'm a liar or whatever the experience is of that other person, now that's their experience. It's none of my business in so many ways, and well, in every way. If I know I'm being true to me, then how that person perceives me is none of my business. Now, if I'm sitting there and being judgy and being defensive and adding fuel to a fire, then I've got some responsibility to take for that, and I can extend that responsibility to that person and tell the truth about me in that situation. I wasn't feeling good. I did not bring good energy to that. I am sorry. I was feeling defensive, and I've done that many a time. It's okay. But sometimes people have got their stories and their lenses of how they see life and how they see people. And once they've made that decision and they've got that story, they'll look for evidence and they'll find it. You get what you focus on, right? So if someone has a story of you're a hypocrite and you're this and you're that, and then they start to look back over history, and sure, there's plenty of evidence to back that up through that lens, through that personal experience. It's very true for that person. Two things can be true at once. And so if I was looking to the outside world for who I am, sometimes I'm wonderful and sometimes I'm an arsehole, depending on who's looking at me. When I go in and I find my center and I decide what my truth is, there are as many truths in the world as there are people. There are as many realities in the world as there are people. And when we can get true and trust ourselves, and when these things start to come at us, it's not to say, I got a little bit angry yesterday, which was a gift I gave myself. It wasn't for very long. It wasn't at anyone. It wasn't at anything. I had a 30-second expression of anger. It felt good because I'm human and I get to do that. That's okay. I also don't need to stay there. So I create myself. I remind myself of who I am. I have my declarations and fall back into love is the best way that I can describe it, really. Just get back into that vibration of my truth without any attachment or expectation that anyone else understand it, anyone else see it, anyone else acknowledge it. It's wonderful when they do. It's really, really nice. It feels great. I acknowledge myself. I trust myself. I see myself. I love myself. I accept myself. I think I said listen, right? But you get the idea. So it's not about what we can get from others. It's not about what we can convince other people to do or to do. So well scripted, these videos, eh? It's about who am I being in this moment? What do I want to bring to the table? What energy do I want to bring to the table? Do I want to bring frustration, anger, resentment, defensiveness, justification? I am right and here's why. Or do I want to be love? I want to be peace. I want to be compassion. And now there's no wrong here. And there is choice. We can be in these anger, frustration places. It's okay. Feel into them. And from that place, from that honest point, this is where I am, a bit pissed off right now. Start to make better feeling thoughts. Create better feeling thoughts to move into a more peaceful, centered, useful, lighter state. That's what I have for you today. Love to hear how that lands. If you have any questions, if you want to have a discussion, if you're having anyone that's feeling a bit rascally in your life right now, that you're finding it hard to not be affected by, then reach out. Got my email address in the information bit, right? So technical. And love to hear from you. Loving you. Be well. Speak soon.